This is Dabu7. For those of you out there that are woke, you see full well what's happening here. Well, the latest news here, as their experts are warning, there is a new variant that they're dubbing COVID-22. So COVID-19 is about to really be a thing of the past as they pick up this COVID-22 and look, they're getting out ahead of it. We're in 2021 still. This should show you what they're expecting for 2022. They're already naming this after it. You see, regardless of the reality of what's really happening out here in the world, there are things that are going to be imposed coming along with this. I can guarantee you, if you haven't learned that up to this point, what they're doing, the tactics very long. Now, they try to say here that this is more lethal than what they're saying is the world-dominating Delta at this moment. So, this is the new one. If you don't know how this whole thing began in terms of the name, the variant that came out of South Africa was called Beta. The one that came out of Brazil, they were dubbing Gamma. And they start talking about mutations and how Delta hasn't mutated yet but is more contagious. Who knows what kind of concoction they're going to really try to say that this all is. In the end, we know what this really is. And I'm going to break what this really is down further on the next live show where we can talk free about all this. The gloves come off, censorship free, on the live shows, on a platform where I can do it. DLive. You'll find links below, going live at 9 p.m. Eastern, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. See you there.
This is a full 3 months of food.
Hey, Shalom, Akim, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders, the apostles of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. New as in the gospel broad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. Akia Mahaloya coming back with another lesson through the spirit. And the shit show continues, man. We've said it. Brothers have said it. I've said it. The apostles have said it. And it continues to go forth. It skips from 19, then 20, 21, 22. But you notice it went from 19 to 21. 19 to 22 and then 23. It's a movie called Songbird when they deal with the 23rd variant of this. But what I'm thinking is that when the first variant, which is 19, and then you had Delta, Lambda, and then you had the other one, which is 20, 21, and then 22. So technically they've already had 20, 21 from the different variants that have come forth. But like I said, man, the shit show is going, you know, and they're gonna push this thing until they can't push it no more because, as we said, somehow this is gonna tie into the MOTV, and we all know what that is, okay? So, hey, brothers, man, we're in a time of impending destruction. All hell is getting ready to break loose, and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has had his prophets out here to foretell that, man. All right, so anyway, it says here, this is an article, it says can be more deadlier than Delta claims, because if you go, hold up, if you go here, right, this is the you can read the top heading up there, .gov. I'm not going to say that because for whatever reason, but basically I went into this yesterday on how this, what approved of this. So now this is the norm, okay? But anyway, when you go into the Greek alphabet, and it breaks it down here. Okay, you got alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda. You got mu, nu. Okay, you got xi. Okay, you got omicron. You got pa or pi, rho, sigma, tau. You got upsilon, phi, chi, psi, and you got omega. Okay, which they pronounce omega. Okay, so hey, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, these things are going to continue to intensify, and we're just going to get this precept. This is 2 Corinthians 2, and I'm going to start on 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we're not ignorant of his devices. Okay? So you hear the people talk about things that's going on in the world. You hear how they're affected by it. But us, in the truth, we're not so much affected by it because we understand how Esau works. We understand, we have his playbook, and we know the moves he's essentially going to make before he even makes them. You see what I'm saying? So through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, it's no coincidence that they're coming up with this whole move. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Esau out here they're losing it, man, because they knowing that their freedoms and they knowing that their place is being hijacked by a bunch of how can I say it? Not the Z word, I'm not gonna say that, but they're being hijacked by basically the cabal, okay, which is the secret governing order of the elites, okay, or you can say the Illuminati. Okay, this is all the plan of the elite bankers, man. Okay, and it gets better from this point because sooner or later, the MOB or the MOTB is what they're gonna push in order to, push their agenda. Because out there in Switzerland, Australia, they already said that, look, this is the beginning and the first day of the NWO. Okay, so with that being said, brothers, man, we're in those times. So call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man, for doing this. Hey man, those look good. That look good. Yep. But anyway, it says, reading again, lest Satan should get an advantage over us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Okay, we're not in the dark about it, okay? Because to be ignorant means to be in the dark. So let's look up the word ignorant in the Greek, and we're gonna get the understanding of it. All right, this is the word for ignorant.
Strong's G50. Agnaeo.
All right, so, and it means to be ignorant, not to know, not to understand, unknown, to err or sin through mistake, to be wrong. Okay, so when somebody say that you're ignorant, it doesn't mean you're stupid or you're dumb. Well, these people, they're dumb and they're stupid because there's no reason on why they shouldn't be ignorant. They should know. There's no excuse, like they say, ignorance is bliss. Well, in some cases, no. You know what I mean? Because the fact that this word has been going out, you have thousands of YouTube channels, including ours, which a heavy volume of information is pumping forth this gospel for people to not know what the hell is going on. Now, if nobody was breaking this stuff down and nobody was speaking on it to the degree that we're speaking on it, even when we speak on things in our parables, so to speak, in a way, then I will understand why you wouldn't know. But the fact about it is, motherfucker, we've been telling you niggas this shit, man. And you got Jake still coming in here talking all that madness. Well, I was just at the ICU because of such and such, such and such. Well, if you didn't go there in the first place, you wouldn't have to be in there. But see, what happens is when you trust in Satan and you allow him to lord over your life and you trust in his what they call trust in the science. When you trust in that shit, then you understand why your ass is going through hell. You see what I'm saying? So, hey, man, Jake, you're tripping, man. All right? So it means here to err through sin, through mistake, to be wrong. But in this case, it ain't Jake making mistakes. Jake is just willfully ignorant. Okay? Willfully ignorant. And that's a sin. That's off, man. Willfully. So let's go here. You got a lot of, like 1 Corinthians 14:38. It says, but if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant. But some guys are just willfully ignorant, man. Like 2 Peter 3:5, it says, matter of fact, let's get all the meat off that bone. This started verses, matter of fact, this started verses 2. Matter of fact, start at 1. This whole chapter is really good. It said in this epistle, second epistle, okay, which epistle just means like the letters. And like what we're doing now, we're doing what they would consider video epistles or virtual epistles because we're not physically writing, but we're publishing this doctrine. And we're writing letters through the video and through the algorithms of the firmament, the YouTube and what you call the satellites. Other brothers are reading these epistles by listening to them, man, and they're getting understanding. So basically, this is what the ancient men of the Lord were doing. They just didn't have a way to digitize it. Now we're in a time of technology. And you know what they say? They said in time, it's an involvement, like the Most High, he involves with time. So it makes sense that in this day and age, he would use things like cell phones or technology, because it'd be a lot easier to get this out there, man. Okay, because like back in the ancient world, you had to travel through sea, you know what I'm saying, through land, through horse and carriage, sometimes on foot, to see other brothers in different camps. But now, hey, we ain't gotta go nowhere. Like the apostles say, YouTube has done the heavy lifting, man. All right, we ain't gotta go over there to Saudi Arabia. We ain't have to go over there to Sierra Leone or Cambodia to raise up a camp. I need X amount of dollars to get $1 million jet so I can go out there and be flamboyant. Hell no, man, you don't need no damn jet. Okay, you got the internet for all that. Because when you do YouTube analytics, you can see places on the earth from where your videos are being viewed, man. Like I was looking on BitChute, and a lot of brothers' videos are being viewed in overseas. I even have a few videos that's been viewed overseas in Australia, Switzerland, places overseas. But predominantly my audience is here in the United States, in the 50 states, The brothers with bigger platforms, man, their word gets further. All right. It says here that it says, now I write unto you in both which I stir up your pure minds by the way of remembrance. So at a point in time, we knew this. This is the reason why we're bringing this out. We're bringing you back into your remembrance of who you are. Okay, and we're bringing remembrance of to who Esau, Edom is. Okay, that's why the scriptures say, seek ye the ways of old. And it says that you may be mindful of the words which were spoken before by the holy prophets. All right, and Jake is not mindful of the words we're speaking. That's why a lot of these epistles were written to the true followers, the true church of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, because the typical Jake is not going to understand it, man. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to really understand it. And his mental fortitude is not of that of reasoning, man. Okay? Jake is intellectually stupid, if you want to say that. All right? So it says, which was spoken before by the holy prophets, and a commandment of us, the apostles, the Lord and Savior, knowing this first, that there should come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lusts, and saying, where's the promise of his coming? I mean, that ain't gonna happen. Y'all been saying this and 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 this. Yeah, we've been saying it, but now it's coming to pass, and you're still blinded by it. So you know what? You're willfully ignorant. It says here, for since their fathers fell asleep, all things continue from the beginning of creation, right? Because they don't see the ending of this kingdom. They don't foresee that. Everybody's abiding by, okay, let's wear face diapers. Let's hopefully that we can get this thing down and go back into doing a bunch of BS. You know what I'm saying? You people really think shit gonna go back to the way it was just so you can get back to folly mode. Hell no, man. Folly mode is getting ready to be shut down for good. You know what I'm saying? Well, let's comply. Let's hurry up and, get Vanessa so we can go back and do what we want. Man, the hell with you people. All you people, man, that's looking forward into the survival of this wicked-ass society. I hate it here. Okay, this place is wicked, man. You just got to make the best out of a fucked up situation. And it says here, for this, they willingly are ignorant. Willingly. You know what I'm saying? You're willingly ignorant. And it says, ignorant that by the word of Yahweh, the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water. Okay? Because you understand, the scriptures say the Most High separated the waters from the waters. He separated the dry ground from the water. Okay? We call the dry land earth. And it says here, whereby the world that was then being overflowed with water, it says perished. Okay? And perish means to be destroyed, because there was a point in time that the Most High said, you know what? The hell with this. I'm taking everybody out. And he saved 8 people, man. So Noah and his 3 sons and their families represented the election at that time. And through those particular lines, everything were brought back. Okay? Because you had Ham, Shem, and Japheth, which makes sense because all nations come out of those 3 beings. So those 3 men populated the whole earth, which is a beautiful thing. So technically, there was loss of life, but all those men came back through the loins of those 3 men, which shows you, man, the Lord is cold like that. So the Lord can destroy everything and still have a remnant to bring back. The Lord can use 1 speckle and bring back everything. It's nothing. That's why to destroy this wicked society ain't shit. All 2/3 gonna die on the side. Hey, man, it ain't nothing. The Lord gonna bring them back. You see? Because they're gonna come back through our loins. Lord's will we be, chosen. All right? And it says here, but the heavens and the earth, which are now kept by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto the fire. It says, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. Okay, ungodly men. Like now, they're showing you like a lot of Jakes, man. They're promoting the Vanessa Nation concert. You got old rappers that wasn't heard about, 3-4L. What is these guys? Laffy Taffy Dude. You got a lot of these down south afterthoughts that's coming back into the picture, making like this big concert to promote this shit, man. Okay, and guess who's behind it? E, bitch ass E. Excuse my Hebrew. John 10:10, it says the thief come not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. Okay, and that's what this shit is all about, brothers. All about destruction, man. All about death, man. You know what I'm saying? All about destruction. It's nothing that this man has ever touched. It's all died. See this? And it speaks for itself. Because check this out. It's so goddamn stupid, man. Look at this. And this proves what I was just saying. It says here, Professor Reddy told the German newspaper Blick that Delta dubbed C21, that's the spirit, I said that earlier, because they didn't just come out and say C20, C21, you know what I'm saying, C19. They all had different names to it. They just not gonna call it that because people was catching on to the bullshit. You see what I'm saying? So therefore they try to disguise it. But basically you can say right now we in C21. You know, then you got C22, which, you know, the term COVID has always been around. The common cold is the coronavirus, you know. It's all, you know, that's what it is. But it says here, it is very likely that a new such and such will emerge and that we will no longer be able to rely on Vanessa Nations alone. It says Professor Reddy told the German newspaper Blick that such and such was the most contagion of all. It says he cited that the you-know-what variants from South Africa, Beta, and Brazil, Gamma, that have mutated alone them to evade antibodies to some extent. It says D, on the other hand, is far more contagious, but yet has developed such mutations. And you know what? You know, it's so crazy because why they naming this shit out the Greek alphabets? It shows you that this is the time of the Greeks. This is the time of the fourth beast. This is those Greeks that merged into the Romans. This is the same people coming back again doing the same thing. And it says, and they smoked the city of Jerusalem sore. So they're gonna do it again. It's all making sense. Because look, and this is how they're gonna get the kids. It says, since children under 12 cannot have Vanessa, they represent a large group of potential super you-know-what. So there you go right there. This right here is a come after the kids, so to speak. This is what they're used. Okay? So hey man, the deal is sealed. Look at this. Read it again. Alpha, Beta, Gamma. Okay? So you got 19, 20, 21. Beta, 19, Gamma, 20, Delta, 21. What's gonna be 22? Expulsion? Or is it they talking about to do Lambda too? So, you know, in Greek lettering. So yeah, this man, he's found out. But anyway, it says, "I come that they might have life, that they may have it more abundantly." All right. So Yahweh Shai has to throw this world down so we can finally live, because this is not living, man. You're totally castrated here in this society, especially being a man of color. You're totally castrated, man. So anyway, this is another precept. This is the thing of Obadiah 1:6. It says, "How are the things of Esau searched out? How is hidden things sought up?" Amos 3:7. The Lord, your power will do nothing but reveal the secrets to the servants, the prophets, man. So that's how we're understanding what's what. Go to Malachi real quick. And I'm just getting a couple of precepts out here, man, because, you know, this is the spirit. Malachi 1:4. It said, matter of fact, let's start at verse 4. It says, "Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus says Yahweh of hosts, they should build, but I will throw down. And they should call them the border of wickedness, and the people of whom the Lord have indignation with forever." So this is why this is not going to end. The Lord called them the border of wickedness. All right. So anyway, I'm going to end it there. All praises and glory, honor is due to Yahweh Shai. With that, shalom and a barbara.